A few days ago, the United States launched an attack on Iran. But for now, there's a ceasefire again, and the crisis seems to have been resolved. However, is this truly the case? Or could this have far-reaching consequences that lead to further escalation? That's what we're trying to find out in this video. Hello and welcome to another video here at Bloomberg Capital. My name is Henrik, and let's dive right in and try to place the events in Iran into a broader context. Because it should be relatively clear to everyone that conflicts around the world are on the rise. But is there a reason for this? In fact, we are currently in a war cycle that is increasingly driving such events to escalate. And if we look at the Kondratjew-cycle, we see that these cycles are often accompanied by wars. The root cause of this is pretty simple. It's basically resource prices. At the beginning of a cycle, resource prices are typically low. War doesn't really pay off because securing resources for war is more expensive than simply purchasing them. But as resources become more and more expensive, war becomes more worthwhile and thus more common. These cycles usually end when a groundbreaking new technology is introduced that raises living standards and lowers resource prices down again, ushering in the next cycle. But the thing is that we are likely in the final upswing of the current cycle and should expect increasingly severe conflicts in the coming years, which, as we are seeing, is already happening. Now, we could also speculate what this new transformative technology could be, and with our current cycle being focused on information and technology, it might very well be artificial intelligence or a true artificial intelligence, or maybe something that we're not even thinking of. But let's get right back to Iran, because Israel and the United States attacked Iran under the pretext of dismantling its nuclear program. And now that the supposed objective has been achieved, there is a ceasefire. But has that objective actually been met? Because leaked information suggests otherwise. The facilities were not completely destroyed, and it's believed that not all enriched uranium was eliminated. And at best, the program has only been set back by a few months. So what does this mean for the ceasefire? Well, Iran will now likely redouble its efforts on the nuclear front, and Israel and the United States may have no choice but to intervene again, especially if Trump wants to distance himself from his taco image, meaning Trump always chickens out, and he may feel compelled to act decisively again. And even if he doesn't aim to start a larger war, he wants to appear tough. And currently, Iran also has little interest in a full-scale war, especially with the United States, and has only responded with minor counterattacks. But if American bombers keep flying over Iran, or if Iran actually manages to develop a nuclear weapon, the entire situation could change. Then things could become truly explosive. And with other ongoing or looming conflicts like Ukraine and Russia, China and Taiwan, India and Pakistan, or maybe even internal divisions within the US, a new era of major global strife is not so far-fetched after all. So in the end, what does that actually mean for us? Because, well, even though we might not know exactly how each of these conflicts will play out, and we might not know which of these conflicts will really escalate to a grander scale, but we can be pretty sure that something is looming on the horizon. So it is wise to be prepared and take precautions for yourself and your family. And with that, I hope you make it safely through these chaotic times, and until next time, here at Bloomberg Capital.